I want to start to take some time with everyone to talk about the herbs and share all the stuff that I've learned over the years. I've been studying herbs for over 20 years now, actually, and I realize I have a lot of things that I want to share. So I want to talk about mullein. Mullein's one of my favorite herbs. When we were kids, we used to call it Indian toilet paper. I know that's like really derogatory, but because it's really soft, so the mullein actually has the super soft leaves, and it's really fluffy, and it's like super comfortable on your skin, so you can actually rub it on your skin. And surprisingly, it's little hairs on the fresh mullein will actually get into your skin and help you regrow tissue. So mullein has this incredible effect of helping you regrow tissues. It can also regrow bones. So you can take fresh mullein leaves, wrap them around broken bones. That was something that was commonly done. They would wrap fresh mullein leaves around broken bones. It'll actually help to mend the bone, believe it or not. So what's interesting about mullein and really every plant in the world, and I learned this from my herbal teachers a long time ago, is that the herbs actually present themselves in a way that will let you know what their medicinal qualities also are. So for example, for mullein, you might find it growing a lot on roadsides, next to railroad tracks, where they dig into the ground with bulldozers right before they're about to build a building. A lot of times mullein will grow up there. And mullein has a super, super deep taproot. It has one of the deepest taproots in the whole botanical world, in fact. And it'll actually dig way deep down into the substrate of the soil and pull up nutrients and bring them back to the topsoil. So mullein has this way of actually harvesting the nutrients from way below and really rebuilding the topsoil. So in the same way that it kind of regrows the skin of the earth, it'll help you regrow your skin. If you have an injury, if you have a broken bone, anything like that, it'll actually help to mend that. And so mullein has this way of pulling out the nutrients that were sort of dormant and bringing them back into play, bringing them back to the topsoil. And that's why it grows when the earth gets hurt in that way. And so similarly, it can help us when we get hurt. Now, mullein also has some effects when you smoke it. And it's not an effect like in your consciousness, but the mullein will actually help your lungs. So now this is something I can't technically say, right? Because FDA and all of that. But so this is not an FDA approved statement. But but my teacher actually would prescribe doing bong hits of mullein through ice if you had a very serious lung condition, in fact. And that the mullein would help you regrow your lung tissue as well. So mullein is an incredible herb that'll help you regrow your tissue, regrow, injuries, and it can help your lungs. It can help other parts of your body as a tea, help you rebuild the cells in your body. And that's a little bit about mullein. Yeah, and the best way to experience any plant is actually to experience in its living form. So if you see it in its moment where it's alive, mullein's a biennial, so it'll actually grow for 2 years. The first year it'll grow just like this little kind of low to the ground, really fluffy, white fluffy leaves that come out almost like lamb's quarters. It's another relative of mullein. Another relative is comfrey, so they're all sort of similar. But mullein, it'll grow the first year just like this little kind of bushy, umbrella of leaves. And then the second year it'll shoot up a spike, and the spike will flower yellow, and then it'll shoot with the spike will come these really big leaves that come up, and so that's the second year. So you can get it in its first or second year, and if you see it, if you grab a leaf from it, you'll feel just like the way it feels on your skin. Like it'll already kind of excite your skin in a way, and it's so gentle. It's soothing, and at the same time it's rebuilding. So it's not like a harsh herb at all. It's like one of the most gentle herbs ever, even though it's so strong because it goes so deep into the ground, but it's so gentle at the same time. So I guess it's kind of like a bear in that way. It's like really strong and gentle. Not all bears are gentle. I'm gentle.
Well, thanks, Bear.